It's never stopped us before.
It's never stopped you.
I don't appreciate
Welcome to the Coach Marco Bryant Show. Jeff Underwood, Jerry White. This guy, what's his name?
That is the head football coach of your Coosa Christian Conquerors, Marco Bryant. Welcome.
Hey guys, how are y'all today?
Good, buddy. You see he was getting in his announcing voice just then. Did you feel that?
Me?
No, him. Did
Oh,
you
him?
Hear? Yeah, did you hear how he was
Yeah,
getting
yeah,
that?
yeah,
I gotta be,
Cadence.
I gotta be professional.
Did you use those type of cadence in the military?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
You should hear his cadence now.
I'm broke. I'm broke down.
Broke down. You ain't broke down.
I'm broken.
Yeah.
Jerry told me he came in there last year, and he said, I hear this noise.
It's a few years ago.
It was a few years ago?
Yeah.
He said, I walk around the corner and look at the weight room, and there's Coach O'Brien just pressing.
Yeah.
Is that you still getting at the gym and hit
I can't lift much anymore
Back.
because my neck.
Oh.
You know.
That was probably the last workout he ever had.
To be honest with you, the last time I lifted, this is when I quit lifting. I blew another disc. It's just these discs are just popping like popcorn. So, you know, I've got to rethink if I'm ever going to get back in the weight room and my mind's not there to rethink how I'm going to do it. I can't go in a weight room knowing that I'm going to do, you know, super lightweight. That's very frustrating to me, and so I haven't come to grips with it yet.
He wants to get there and throw it around.
Well, if he got,
I like getting stronger when I get in
if
there.
he used lightweight, it'd be like Kale in the weight room, right?
Cole Green.
Cole
Colt.
Cole can push some pounds around.
Yeah.
Cole can move some iron, Coach. He can.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
So you're not in it to get cut.
No,
and
I
look
mean,
good in a bathing
no.
suit. You want to get
Well,
strong.
he's got the job. He's got the wife. He's got the kids.
She married
Well,
up. Let's just.
She
keep that.
married up.
She married up.
Well, somebody come in feeling good about himself today.
Mark.
Yes,
She married up.
she married up. Matter of fact, I get her to tell me that every morning. When she wakes up. Honey, that's what she'll say. She'll say, "Honey, I want you to know I'm married up." I say, "Thank you, Mindy."
Dude, this smoke's been reading Joel Osteen's book. Getting his wife to give him affirmations every
You need
morning.
affirmations. Speaking of moving weight, Bo Black's watching.
Bo, how are you today,
Bo
buddy?
will understand this.
Hope Grant's doing better. I hope he's on the mend.
He's a good kid.
Jackson Justice said you can't live because you're weak like a little baby.
Yeah. Speaking of which,
Let's talk Jackson. Let's talk. Yeah, let's talk Jackson as a how he's developed as a coach.
Oh, he's a coach.
Well, you got so many on the sideline. I'm not sure.
See, Jackson. Here's the thing: you can do your little messaging all you want, but I got the power of the mic.
Oh,
So that's much stronger. So
It really is.
No, Jackson's a good boy. I love him. I actually like looking to him like a son, to be honest with you. And so I'm a little harder on him than I am a lot of coaches. But he's a good boy now.
He's getting better as a coach.
Yeah. He's getting better.
Sure.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love the drill
Yeah.
he was doing
Yeah.
yesterday.
No, he's really a really good boy, and so he'll
Emphasis
continue
on
to
boy.
get chewed out. Hey, he'll know it's bad when I'm not saying anything to him. That means I'm done with him. So he wants me to
If
chew
you get
him out.
outside the bubble.
Yep, you're done. You're finished. Yep.
Hey, we got Bo Black said just got back from the Grant's checkup. Everything is going fantastic.
Fantastic.
Thank you, fellas. Love y'all.
Yeah,
Man,
good. That's good news.
he said he'll be on the mic soon. Don't worry.
Oh, Jackson? Is that what Jackson said?
Hey, I can't believe it. Josh Dodd is watching.
Josh Dodd.
I could call him right now and send me the voicemail.
Yeah, he would.
Who is that guy exactly?
That's Jason Dodd's brother.
Yeah.
Jason, you know Jason, Chef Dodd?
Yeah, I know Chef.
Yeah, you know Chef Dodd.
Yeah.
This is
He's got a brother?
One would say.
I didn't
Yeah.
realize that. That's cool.
Coach Albright's watching. Oh, Deanna's watching. It's going to be a big
You
show.
better straighten
Yeah.
up.
David L. Dodd's watching. Should you be in class, DL?
Yes, you should, DL. Well,
DL.
no, you got weight training going on right now, DL. So,
Teddy. Hey, Teddy.
yes. Teddy needs to know that DL's not weight training right now.
So funny.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little football, can
Yeah.
we?
Yep,
Just
let's
a
do
little bit. We don't want to talk much ball. That's not what we do. That's not what this show is.
Right.
It's a little different. But finished up region play last week.
Yep.
Done with region.
Don't region.
Good to get out of there. No, anytime you go on the road, get a victory is a good thing. A lot to work on from last week, I think.
Yep.
Did not play the best ball that we're capable of playing.
No, we didn't.
But there were some bright spots. I thought John David played very well.
Yeah, I don't think we played good. The only bright spot was going home. Just really, really, it's probably the most disappointing win I've ever been a part of.
Yeah.
So that's where that is.
Focus.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's
Focus.
tough. It's
Yep.
tough. Let's be honest.
It's tough. It's hard. It is hard. And, we've had, 3 weeks of not knocking anybody, but
Yeah.
it's just what it is,
That's it, Jeff, is what it is.
Yeah.
I guess.
It's what it is. It was a great night for football, though.
Yep.
Overall scheme of things, weather-wise, it's starting to get a little cool.
Yeah.
I know you like that.
I love it. Yeah, it felt like a football game on Friday night.
It
for
finally
sure.
did. Going to finish the season out against a very, very tough opponent, right? There's no question that I'll let you read that question from Eric in a second, Jeff. Playoff caliber opponent, no
Yeah.
question. Very, very good.
Yeah, Tuscaloosa Academy is really good now. That quarterback's the best quarterback I've seen since I've been at Coosa. If he was 6'2", 6'3", he'd be going big
Anywhere.
Yeah, he's really, really good. He's got the quickest release I've ever seen in a high school quarterback. So we got to play our A game on defense for sure. Just slow him down.
So let's talk about him. Probably be the best quarterback we played this year, in my opinion.
Yes, I agree.
And that's no disrespect, to the young man from Pierce County.
No disrespect.
Who's very, very good in his own right.
Yeah.
But what he does is he has the concept of their offense, right? Conceptually, they run their routes.
Yeah.
How he visualizes and executes, man, is pretty strong.
He's very strong, and those receivers are got great hands on them. You don't see them drop footballs, and he dots it up pretty good. And he knows where those receivers are going to be, and those receivers know where the ball's coming, and that's always tough to stop. I personally don't think you can run a lot of zone against that. I think you're going to have to mix it and match it, and if you give him time, he'll eat you alive. No doubt.
What you just sent me, though, it looks a little bit like a Stephen Furtick clip from
does.
Stephen Furtick.
It does.
Sorry, Furtick. Sorry.
Not a fan.
That's Mark's favorite.
No.
Oh, that's your favorite? You're a big Furtick guy?
No, not at all.
A lot more people watching. Jeff, you want to read
I
the
do.
question from Mike Edwards, Coach?
Good afternoon. How do you keep your guys up and focused after 3 weeks of sub-competition? Is the preparation more intense for Tuscaloosa Academy?
Believe it or not, it's easier to get them up for this game. It's harder to get them up, and this is a almost trap question because it's going to look like I'm not giving any credit to the other opponents, but I'm not implying that. Okay, it's tough knowing you're going into a game you're going to win, and the kids know it. There's no sugarcoating it, and where injuries occur is usually against lower levels of competition because the kids are not full speed, they're half button because they haven't done what they needed to do to prepare and practice for the game on Friday. But going to a big game like this one, this is easy. The kids have been fantastic, and it's easy to get them up for a game like this on Friday for sure.
He says, I'll get another one here real quick. Is the QB good enough to handle another of pressure? I don't really know what that means. Let's see. Oh, he took it off.
It disappeared.
It's gone.
Okay.
Jackson Justice says, I've been the scout team QB this week because I'm the most comparable to the TA QB.
Not even close. Not even close. Not even close. Now Jackson does have a big time arm now.
He does.
Throw it.
He can throw it now.
Spin it.
He can almost throw it as far as his brother.
Oh, Jackson, I just left you. What are you drinking?
Did he feed you guys well today? You wasn't there.
I wasn't there.
Did he
I-
feed you guys well today, Jackson?
Yeah. I
He
think
brought me leftovers. I get leftovers, and I'm so happy to eat them most. That was
How
good
was
as a
it?
mug.
Wasn't it good?
So good.
I fed the boys today, Coach.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I bet they didn't eat
We had a
leftovers.
little Union Jacks.
That's what I had for breakfast.
It was good.
Good.
You know, Jackson and I go pick up the food, and there's a Coosa meeting right outside. We didn't even know. We weren't invited to it.
You're invited every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at 8 o'clock.
Matthew Crane was there. Rocky
I don't know
Peak
him.
was there.
Where's this at?
At Union Jacks for
Oh,
lunch.
I didn't know anything
I'm
about
saying,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
they had it without us.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
Man, what's up, Kev Stevens? I felt disrespected.
Yeah.
Right. Jason Robinson was there.
Okay.
Jackson and Jerry wasn't there.
Y'all were when y'all got your food.
Well, Jackson stole the ketchup on the way out, but other than that, it was good. There's a question.
There it is. Thank you, Mike. All right, Mike Edwards says, is the QB good enough to handle pressure? You pressured Fife well and was able to stuff the run.
Yeah. You know what? That is the $1 million question. I do know we'll get pressure on him. The question is, he's really sound. He understands, and a lot of high school quarterbacks don't understand what I'm about to say. He understands the feel of a potential pocket collapse. Mm-hmm. He understands that, and you can't coach that. That's DNA. Okay, so he knows when that pocket's about to collapse before it collapses, and he's real savvy of getting in the weak spots of the defense. He don't want to run it, but he can create space, and that's when it gets real difficult. That's how you have botched coverages down the field, and that's what I'm most afraid of.
Yeah.
Is that kid creating space enough to get him outside the pocket, and a safety kind of gets lost in all of that muck deep. And if you do that with these guys, he's got a 65-yard arm. Not that he'll utilize that. He's just got a strong arm. And he busts the shell there, and it's a touchdown. And the best of the best defenses can screw that up. Now, when I was at Oxford, that's how we beat Mountain Brook. Mountain Brook was number 1 in the state. And they had beat Hoover that year, and we were in the quarterfinals. And I think it was 14-7 Mountain Brook, and there's about 2 minutes left in the game, and Jackson Stevens found that space, and thankfully we hit Trey Elston over the top, and we scored to put it in overtime. That's how we beat them, and that's what I fear most out of this kid. This kid can create enough space to create leverage, and if any of these safeties get out of position, he's going to hurt us over the top, and that's how he scores a lot of stuff. So we got to be smart.
Coach O'Brien talking football today.
I love it.
Me
Yeah.
too, man.
Yeah.
It's firing
Love
me
it when
up.
you talk ball.
Yeah.
We don't get much of that.
That's a good question, though. It really is.
yeah,
It's a really good question.
Mike Edwards knows what he's talking about. I don't.
Yeah.
Jackson, take that down, man.
Nope, leaving it up. I'm gonna heart it. Yeah, let me heart it.
You know why I occasionally go there and try to take lunch to the boys?
Because they're good to you,
They
man.
take care of me.
Yeah,
Right? They take care of me. That's all it is.
they're good to you.
Love hanging out with
And
the
when
fellas.
you're on the east side, you can't help but just be good because that's what
Good.
the east side is.
Would Coosa ever play a Gadsden City or a South Side?
I've tried to schedule it.
What about Westbrook?
Absolutely.
Bingo.
I mean, here's the thing. Was that a question or was that?
No, it's Kevin Stevens.
Yeah. Okay. Another great question. So that's why you take Pierce County. Pierce County would destroy either one of those teams you mentioned, and that's why we had to travel. I can't get teams to play us around here, unfortunately. So, yeah, we'll play anybody. Matter of fact, I'm working on a fall jamboree, and Bo, Jerry, I'll talk to you after the show because I don't want to release that. But it is far superior to anything in this county, and we're going to see if we can make that work. I don't know if it'll work or not, but I'm open to it. And trust me, if I play that team, I'll play Southside or Gadsden City. So we would love to play Gadsden Cities and Etowalls and Southsides. I'd love to play it. I don't care if they win or not. I think it's good for this county. And we should be doing business on what's best for this county. I'm a firm believer in that. You remember back in the 90s, those county games were cool.
Absolutely.
They were so cool, man. And you don't have that anymore. And so, because nobody's scheduling anybody.
How'd you feel when you lined up against Litchfield?
Oh, it's awesome, man.
Good, wasn't it?
Yes, man.
Even
And-
before the Charity Bowl.
yeah, man.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
Absolutely.
That was
Terrible.
that
It was
real.
cool, man.
Yeah.
And we don't have that around here anymore. And I think there's a space for that.
Sure.
And I would love to help fill in that space. Whether we win or lose is irrelevant to me. It's to make us better because it's a non-region game. It's a great gate, and it's great buzz around this community.
Sure.
Sure.
It's pride.
You know?
Well,
know?
it would bring attention. All the attention right now is on Coosa Christian. Everybody in the state is talking Coosa Christian, and outside the state talking Coosa Christian football. That's going to give these other guys exposure again, and they need it. They need.
I don't know what the motive is for not maybe playing this, or I don't know what that motive is. I'm just telling you, I think it would be great for the county. You're even seeing, news outlets in this town covering DeKalb County. Why? Because nobody's playing each other in this county.
That's right.
Nobody's playing each other in this county, and that's foolish, man. I think it's foolish, and I don't know. It's just my 2 cents worth.
Yeah.
Great
You
question.
You read this statement from Kendra?
I do. Kendra Burnett. Oh yeah, she was
she's on this morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah. Matter of fact, selling stuff for Coosa.
Oh, yeah,
Trying to
baseball.
raise money for Coosa.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the game Friday night. The coaching staff at Coosa is top notch. Blessed to have Logan a part of the experience. I've seen improvement daily. That's good stuff.
Thank you very much, for sure.
Kevin Stevens says
He did say that.
they don't want to get beat.
And Mike Edwards, again, another good statement. He says they're fearing losing players because of Coosa's program. That's all. That's not on this one, but you're right. Yeah.
If they're doing that, then their program's already imploding.
No, exactly. There's no confidence.
Yeah. If you're worried, and Jerry, you've been around me enough. Do I even talk other schools? I don't, do I?
None.
I
Zero.
don't worry about other schools. I worry about us. And if you're worried about playing someone in fear of losing a player to that someone, your program's imploding already.
Yeah. We've talked more Pierce County than any team ever. Mm-hmm. Yeah, really. We talk more about that school than anything out there. But you're right. But talking about, I know the word recruiting gets thrown around a lot, right? And a kid can transfer schools without a school recruiting them. Let's be fair. The kids see what's going on. But let's talk recruiting. But let's talk it from a college level. Recruiting has totally changed from when we were in high school. Talk about kind of where it is now, where you see it going.
Yeah, and I think that's a great point you're bringing up. And I don't think a lot of the coaches understand this, and I don't think a lot of the parents understand this. Okay, and if anybody wants to ask a question, I'll be glad to try to help them for sure. But recruiting has changed so much, and you're seeing it go away fast. But here's what's going on. Okay, all right. We'll use Jerry as the example. Jerry's a high school player. The same Jerry White I'm going to use as example B. Jerry White is 6'2", 205 pounds, tight end. He's a senior in high school. Alabama and Auburn is going to be reluctant to take that Jerry White because they're going to take the other Jerry White that used to be 6'2", 205, but now he's a sophomore at Faulkner, and he's 6'2", 235.
Right.
Because the outlook for recruiting now for these schools, the Alabama and Auburns, they are not forecasting having that kid 4 years. It's very transit now. They're forecasting having that kid year by year.
Yep.
And what's happening is with the portal, it's illegal what's going on, but here's what's going on in the portal. Rush and I have talked about this in great depth. These agents are now involved. So these agents are reaching out to these college coaches. So if you're at Ohio State and you're at Alabama and you got a kid at Alabama and your kid's at Alabama and I'm the agent, I'm going to reach out to the Ohio State coach and say, hey, look, Ohio State, I've got Jerry White right here. That's a really good player. Yeah, we want him. We'll give him 1.5. Well, no rules been broken because he never came to talk to him, but he talked with the agent. So the agent comes back and says, hey, you know what? Declare to the portal. Get in the portal. I got you 1-6 waiting on you. And so the kid gets in the portal. Boom! The next day he commits to Ohio State. He's got $1.6 million.
Yeah.
That's what's going on, and now the SEC and the Big Ten, and that's where it's all going. It's coming down to 2 conferences. ACC and Big 12 is about to be finished. It's just a matter of time. You're going to have 2 conferences, and very rarely will they be a Ryan Williams that goes to an Alabama or Auburn. Now, they are the Ryan Williams that goes to an Alabama or Auburn.
Sure.
It's better than anything on the roster. But most of these kids now won't get a shot at Alabama or Auburn because they're going to go straight to the portal and get the kid that's already got a track record that's been proven. I talked to Coach Cottrell today.
Oh. Yeah.
Me and Ronnie had probably
dude.
a 25, 30-minute conversation today, and we're talking about one of my kickers. And he says, Mark, he says, I've never seen this thing like this. And then I had a coach from another college that called me today at lunchtime. He says, I've never seen anything like this. All right? And so I got a kicker down at Lighthouse Christian where Coach Cottrell's the head coach. And he said, hey, he says, he's a phenomenal kicker. He said, but this recruiting stuff is crazy. They want to see a kid go to a particular school, do their stuff for 2 years, and they've already proven, they've already played in the big-time football, whether it be at Jacksonville State or UAB. That's big-time football for an Alabama kid to get picked up. And then they go offer the UAB or the Jacksonville State kid. And then the UAB Jacksonville State kid is going to rely on the Faulkner kid. And then the Faulkner kid is going to rely on the high schools. Where it used to be the high school kid either goes to Faulkner, UAB, or Alabama, depending on his skill set. It's gone. It's gone.
I was listening to a guy that I really love to listen to, Joel Klatt, right? Former college quarterback, got a big-time podcast, does it on Fox, the big noon kickoff, right? He's a really high-level guy. He compared it to a Major League Baseball farm system.
100%.
These smaller colleges now is just the farm system. So very little do they go get the Ryan Williams out of the high school ranks. You go get the double and triple A kid. That's the way he compared it.
It's funny you say that because one of my players is exactly what I told him on the way to this place right here. I said, listen, college football is no more than MLB now.
No, that's right.
Alabama and Auburn's the MLB team.
Yeah.
UAB, Jacksonville State's Triple A and Double A.
Yeah.
Faulkner, Huntington, Single A.
Yeah.
And how many
high school rookie ball?
Yeah.
That's exactly what's going on today in recruiting, and these parents want their Johnnies to go to, an Alabama or Auburn. The thing is, if you're an Alabama coach and your butt's on the line, you're getting paid $10 million a year, and you got a kid that's already proven at Jacksonville State he's a starter and he's a really good player, and then you got a high school kid who's coming from, I don't know, Thompson, who's played against 5A, 6A, 7A football, high school football, and they're both the same. Who are you going to take? Because remember, we're not talking about a 4-year commitment anymore. Alabama and Auburn looks at these kids as 1-year commitments. 1 year.
Well, to be fair, that's never changed. You've never signed a 4-year scholarship. You have to re-sign your scholarship every year. People just don't realize that. Obviously, you know that.
With the NIL money, it is now a year-by-year deal.
Yep.
If they don't get a hold of this thing, it's going to get way out of hand.
It's the Wild West.
It is going to be. It is the Wild West. So these parents need to understand getting a Huntington deal or a Faulkner deal is just the beginning of their professional career. And if they're good enough, they'll get promoted to Jacksonville State UAB. And then if they're good enough, they'll get promoted to Alabama. And if they're good enough, then they'll get promoted to the NFL. That's how this thing's going now. And if you're a high school kid and you've got a UAB offer, consider yourself blessed. You just skipped single A ball. Yeah. Now you're in double A ball. Now go prove yourself so you can make the big show. And then go prove yourself again, and then you'll make the NFL. That's how this thing's working now.
Interesting number I come across, and I forgot who was having the conversation. I didn't have it. I was just listening. And they threw a percentage out of kids in the portal who get starting jobs their first year in the portal. And the number one position, I'll give you the top two, the number one and number two positions in the transfer portal, offensive, defensive line.
It will always be that.
Offensive, defensive. One quarterback, one wide receiver, one running back, offensive, defensive line. Yeah. Those kids are hard to come by.
Well, the hardest position, and it is true, you're right, but the hardest position to come by is an elite quarterback or a kicker.
Sure.
It's crazy.
What changes all that? What has to take place for that to change?
If you're a kicker, you come from Fort Payne.
well, well, that's true.
Now,
That's true.
what-
But not that. But
The hat, the deal, the deal's out of the box. Okay, so you can't put it back in the box. But what you can do is create some kind of, I don't know what that is. I'm not a lawyer, and thank goodness I'm not.
Collective bargaining agreement, like baseball.
That's where I was going.
gotta be.
It's got to be some kind of. That's exactly what I was about to say. You took the words out of my mouth. It's got to start with some kind of collective bargain agreement.
Yeah.
It's so bad, man. I mean,
you have
it's
a
so
strong leader
bad.
leading the NCAA to be able to do something like that.
Sure.
The leadership that's there now. No.
Well,
Or yes.
here's an example. Who's the kid that went from Alabama to Texas? Is that Bond? Isaiah Bond?
Isaiah Bond, wide receiver.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a perfect example. All right. So Rush and I was talking yesterday, and of course he knows him and Saban are buddies, right? So
Should have been on his staff.
when they were on the plane coming back from the Rose Bowl, this is crazy. When they were on the plane coming back from the Rose Bowl after the loss to Michigan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Coach Saban gets a tap on the shoulder. It's Isaiah Bond. Said, Coach, before we land this plane, I've got to know whether you've got me for 900. If not, I'm gone.
Wow.
Are you kidding? That's crazy.
And the rest is history, right?
He's gone.
He's gone.
The fact that he had the cojones to say, hello, you best coach ever to coach
Yeah.
football.
It's not about that, though.
It's business.
It's business. It is a business now. It's a total business now. I was blown away when Rush told me that. I'm like, you got to be kidding me, Rush. He's like, nope. He
You
said
think he
that
told him to have
happened.
his bags packed as soon as you get off? Just go ahead and go on.
I don't know what the
Don't
final.
stop, go.
I can tell you that had and I don't want to speak for but that did have all of that, and I could tell you a couple more stories that blow your mind, and I'm not going to do it on the air, but
Yeah.
I believe that had a big impact. That one, not just that one thing. There was a multitude of about 3 or 4 things had a big impact on Saban retiring, because I don't think Saban was, just from what I've been told, Saban was not going to retire.
The straw that broke the camel's back.
That was one of the instances. There's about 2 or 3 attached to it.
Rush has a great story about coach at my God, Ole Miss coach. Blew my mind.
Hugh Freeze.
Kiffin.
Oh, Kiffin. Yeah.
He's got a great story about Kiffin.
Yeah, we
and I
don't need to
wish we
talk
could
about that on there. We don't need to do
Great
that.
story though.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about that on there. No.
Great story.
There's a lot of Kiffin stories you don't need to tell.
That's a
right?
Kapow after hours.
Yeah,
Great story.
you got to be in a bubble to know that story.
Yeah, that's a great story, by the way. It was a really good story.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your kicker for a second.
Yeah.
Because you were talking about him already.
Yeah.
Down at Lighthouse.
Yeah.
He has untapped potential.
Yeah, and he's starting to show it, by the way, and I'm not trying to cut you off, Jerry, but
No,
this
no.
is exactly what Coach told me today. He said now he's kicking the ball out of the end zone.
Wow.
Okay, so Alabama, Auburn, why ain't you? Because they've got other guys.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, kicking out of the end zone is not like the common denominator to getting a ride. There's 10 other variables factored in there.
Yeah.
But he's and he's the kickoff guy. He's the punter, and he's having a great year, by the way. Phenomenal year.
And when you can just have one scholarship to fill these different
Yeah.
holes as a kicker,
Yeah.
be it doing different
Yeah.
things, it's pretty great.
Yeah. And he's going to have his chance if he'll just, if Jaden will continue to trust that process with Coach, he's going to have his chance because Coach, Cottrell is so connected. I mean, I think you and I've talked about this,
Yeah.
but he would have been an SEC. He was on his way to getting an SEC job.
A lot of people think he should have. A lot of people.
Well, he got
Yeah.
some recruiting stuff hit him, and it kind of hurt him in his career. But Coach was on his way to getting a big time college job, and he knows everybody under the sun. So I hope Jaden will stick with him, and I think he will. And I think Jaden's future still got it's coming.
Jackson.
I heard it. Did you hear the same thing?
Well, someone says that Kiffin's voting for Trump.
That ain't happening.
I also heard that you love Kiffin very much.
No, I don't like
Come
Kiffin.
to the SIP.
No.
Where's your hashtag shirt? Is it on there? You got it on there?
Hashtag come to the
He's
SIP.
got a red shirt on, Jackson. That's his Ole Miss shirt.
Yeah.
It's the Lane. I love Lane.
Jackson,
Not
you're
a
about to
Kiffin
get
guy.
demoted.
Yeah.
Hey, but that shows for an example for these high school kids to take the Scully wherever.
Thank you. And I'm glad you brought that up. That's exactly right. If your goal is to play college football, take it where you can get it,
Yeah.
and then build your resume on that. That's the whole point of what we're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
That's correct.
Good stuff.
Yeah, 100%.
And guess what? You don't have to play 7A football to get a college scholarship.
Heard
No,
that.
you don't. The biggest
Heard that.
that's the biggest fake news of all fake news.
Yeah.
Is my son's not getting exposed at a small school. Look,
Oh,
Wait.
hold on.
Let me go back there. I'm going back, Coach
Okay,
O'Brien.
good. Yeah.
Or Coach Albright. Sorry.
no.
No, go ahead, Coach. Good.
Yeah, I mean, like that's just and that's what a lot of big schools will use. We'll get you the exposure. It's all fake news. Show me how that is true. Show me the data that supports that statement. They'll never show you the data because it does not exist. It's the great lie in high school football. It's the greatest lie in high school
And
football.
it's been believed forever.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Coach O'Brien,
Yes, sir.
Albright, excuse me, asked Coach O why he gives the offense more time at practice than he does the defense.
I mean,
Sorry,
is he
buddy, I was
really
gonna ask
asking that after yesterday?
The question was posed.
Yeah.
Some may see that maybe the offense needs more practice,
Oh, there it is.
right?
Yeah.
For different reasons.
Well, it's just the
Different
whole
speed,
story's
different
fake, though.
velocity, but-
The whole story's fake. I think defense had 15 more minutes than offense yesterday.
Oh,
Yeah.
they needed more
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Let's talk about practice. Let's talk about practice for a second.
yeah.
Efficiency at practice. Some days is better than others,
Always.
right?
Yep.
And I was talking to Coach Albright and Coach Whitmire yesterday about when we used to go to the Falcons practice. Oh my gosh! You talk about a professional football practice is just that. It is a professional practice, man. There's no wasted time. There's no wasted motion. There's no wasted anything. Like the water people know what they're doing. It is incredible to witness. And some high schools are better at it than others.
Yep.
But some of that also is going to come with experience, right?
Absolutely. And there's a lot of other factors that factors in efficiency with a high school kid. Okay? It's as small as a high school kid fails a test. Just ruined his day. Him and his girlfriend gets in an argument right before he goes to the field house to weight lift. Ruined his day. And then he has a bad weight training session. Then the weight coach, the strength coach, gets on the kid, and now the problem's magnified times 200. Now he gets on the field, and he's just going through the motions. How about him and his dad gets in an argument before he goes to school? So he said it's day for failure. All right? There's so many X factors that make up a good practice that the smallest of things can blow the whole practice up.
That's fair.
And those are the reasons. Water boys are going to be efficient in the NFL. Why? They're making a great living
Sure.
where you depend more on volunteers. The coaches are going to be more efficient with NFL practice. Why? Because they're making $1 million a year, and they get to go to the field house at 7 in the morning. They get to leave whenever, and that's their only job. That's their only job. Even for a high school coach, he still usually has to teach classes. So he's not getting perfect preparation because of the external factors.
Thank you. No, that's it. You can't expect this from that.
That's right.
Yeah, you can't.
That's
But
exactly
there's
right.
also ways to run very efficient
Sure.
high school practices.
Sure they are.
Yeah.
Sure they are.
And again, a lot of outside. See, that never works with NFL. But players like Tyreek Hill, right? He don't even worry about when your girlfriend breaks up. He's got 12 different baby and 12 different
That's
baby
right.
moms.
That's exactly
You think
right.
he likes practice?
Yeah.
It's the only time he gets some peace.
He gets peace. Yeah.
You want to hit the comments here, Pastor?
We're going to start with Kevin Moore. What do you want to do?
You can hit Kevin Moore. I mean, that's a great statement.
You're talking about recruiting. Said out of high school, no matter what size school you go to, said if you're good enough, they will find you.
That's exactly right, Kevin. 100%.
Now, Coach Albright has a.
Oh, just admit Teddy and I are better than a Lyric and Jackson.
He just wants to hear it.
Just
live.
want to hear it live.
Since you're so insecure to this,
Uh-oh.
I'll let you know, Coach. You're better than Alaric and Jackson. Now, I hope you can go to bed at night and be secure in your feelings.
Do you need to
Jackson,
go read him a story?
Yeah, and if you want me to read you a bedtime story, call me and I'll
Jackson
Zoom
had a-
call you.
Jackson had a great comment.
This
though.
is actually good. He says, not true, Albright. We score way more touchdowns than y'all.
They should.
Yeah.
With all due fairness, their object is to score. Defense's object is to stop them.
Somebody needs to explain that to Tyreek Hill. It means something totally different.
Yeah.
Coach O hit the
Okay.
nail on the head right there. And that comment fits in too.
Yeah, I guess
Good
so.
job, Kevin Moore. Kevin, who are you picking in the Tuscaloosa County Coosa game tomorrow?
Tuscaloosa Academy.
Give us a live update right here.
We're not playing T County.
I'm
Sneak
I said on
peek.
purpose.
Oh, okay.
We got Southside people watching.
That's-
Hey. Oh, now he's getting. This ain't that kind of show.
Let's get personal. Good stuff. Coach, you're on it today. I was
my most fun show ever.
It really is.
I love it when you
Best,
talk ball.
best
Yeah.
Coach O'Brien show of the year.
It,
Is
ta-
it?
it
Yeah.
takes me back to sitting at Caleb's kitchen table and you're showing me your offense.
Wow.
Hours of. I love the X's and O's.
Yeah.
You've helped me love X's and O's. I
Yeah.
really get into it. I freaking love it. And here you finally talk about it.
Well, y'all ask the question.
Yeah, that's great. Kevin,
Asking you shall receive.
Kevin Moore says Coosa by 28
Okay.
points.
Coosa by 28 points.
You know why he picked that?
Why's
Because
that?
he's going to be playing the national anthem during round one.
Oh, yes?
Yeah.
Is that?
I've already set it in stone.
Okay, good.
I went around you,
I'm good with that.
Could you practice a little more on
Jackie,
that?
Paul, and I. Could you do something different? It's always
think-
the same song. He only plays the same song.
Here's what I want Kevin to do, though. I want him to play the national anthem. I see a text from Kevin. I want him to play the national anthem, but I want Jerry to sing it.
Come
Sure.
on. You got to play in
Yeah.
a low octave.
Yeah.
I'm not scared.
He'll be
Yeah.
throwing it down.
Bro, you don't know.
Hit that home.
Okay.
These vocals.
Hit that home.
Hallelujah. Praise the Lord.
Kevin,
Craig,
you
check
have to
out
put
the
your
phone.
phone in a lockbox though. You can't be at Coosa Christian
Because he'll be watching the game.
looking at your phone while you're trying to play national anthem.
Hey, it is going to be senior night. And I know that's a thing that's.
35-7.
Oh, he said that right so.
Gutsy.
Can Jeff preach a little shorter? I'll
That's
give you
gutsy.
an amen right
Easy.
there. I'll give you an amen. He changed the time of the services, Pastor, just so he can have an extra 45 minutes.
That's not
And
true.
he uses.
That's not true.
He sets.
That's fake news.
He sets four alarms during the service.
Yeah.
That goes off on his phone.
That's-
okay. I got
that's-
10 minutes. I got
that's
5 minutes. I got to
true.
get to the altar call.
Maybe.
Boom, 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 boom. And he's gonna use it all.
How do you know those alarms ain't designed when one goes off just to remind the audience to shut up and quit looking at their watch?
No one hears it but him. It's a silent alarm. He comes on his phone.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
guys.
I just know him.
I tried to defend you, Pastor.
I just know if he doesn't get 76 amens of service, we sitting there.
That's not true.
He's sitting there. But if we come strong with the amens up front,
This is a Coach O'Brien show. Why are we turning this?
hey, it
What-
happened
what-
right.
you-
It was,
Kevin Moore.
Kevin Moore did it. Kevin Moore.
That's why the iHeart van don't work anymore. Right there.
But Ledbetter will sell you one. He's got a short one that you should be driving anyway. It looks good.
It's got the elevator on it.
It is senior night, Coach. It was a pretty cool experience for these guys, man. They worked hard. They should be celebrating their senior night. He's talking trash, huh?
Oh, that's great. I just got a text. I'm not going to tell you who it's from, okay? But it says, call me when you get done with Abbott and Costello.
Todd O'Brien.
Nope.
Can I be Abbott?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Wow, why I gotta be the fat one? Because I am. I am.
That's hilarious.
Hey, that's rude and disrespectful. That's all I'm gonna say.
Don't worry. Anonymous
better?
one, I'll defend your honor.
We
I
get
won't
called
say who it
freaking
was.
frack all the time. So.
Tailgating at Coosa Christian this week.
Is that right?
It is.
Okay.
Tailgating.
How's that going down?
I wasn't invited.
How does it work?
I don't know. I wasn't invited.
I wasn't invited either.
Who's over that? Miss Flanagan? Oh, she's not.
No.
Who's over there?
Somebody asked Chase and Holly about it.
Okay.
Someone else I did, but they're gonna be tailgating.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. So go tailgate, man. It's
We'll
gonna
stop
be a lot
by
of
their
fun.
tent.
It'll be a lot of fun.
Yes.
I don't think you can do that.
Anything else in closing before we get out of here, Coach? I know. Hey, we're gonna break down brackets and all that crap next week. We're not worried about that.
Okay.
We do need a large crowd. This is a huge game. One of the bigger games in the state.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
They did lose in double overtime last week.
They were missing some key players.
Had some injuries. That happens.
Yep.
Part of football.
They were ranked number 4 in the state. They're number 7 now. So it's number 3 versus number 7.
Yep.
It's a big game. It's a big game.
very much like it. Anything you want to say before we get out of here?
No, nothing to say.